Topic: Women and related issues. POCSO Act. What to study? For prelims, POCSO Act provisions. For mains, sexual abuse of children, prevention and need for stringent provisions. Context: the government has clarified that there is no time bar on reporting crimes related to child sexual abuse. Survivors of child sexual abuse can file a police complaint after they become adults. The Ministry of Law, after examining the provisions of POCSO Act vis-a-vis provisions of CRPC, has advised that there appears no period of limitation mentioned in Section 19 in regard to reporting of the offenses under the POCSO Act, 2012. Legal provisions. Section 19 of the POCSO Act, which deals with sexual crimes against children, lays down the procedure for reporting the crime but doesn't specify a time limit or statute of limitation for reporting it. Whereas the CRPC lays down different time limits for crimes which carry a punishment of up to 3 years, there is no time bar for crimes that would attract a jail term of more than 3 years. Significance. This is an important step for survivors of child abuse, who may try to file a complaint as adults but are turned away at police stations. The development assumes significance after considering the fact that on many occasions children are unable to report crimes that they've suffered, as the perpetrator in many cases happens to be from the family itself or any other known person. Several cases have been reported where the victims have grown up and understood the crime. POCSO Act. The Protection of Children from Sexual Offenses Act, POCSO Act 2012, was formulated in order to effectively address sexual abuse and sexual exploitation of children. Role of police. The Act casts the police in a role of child protectors during the investigative process. Thus, the police personnel receiving a report of sexual abuse of a child are given the responsibility of making urgent arrangements for the care and protection of the child, such as obtaining emergency medical treatment for the child and placing the child in a sheltered home, and bringing the matter in front of the CWC, should the need arise. Safeguards. The Act further makes provisions for avoiding the re-victimization of the child at the hands of the judicial system. It provides for special courts that conduct the trial in camera and without revealing the identity of the child, in a manner that is as child-friendly as possible. Hence, the child may have a parent or other trusted person present at the time of testifying and can call for assistance from an interpreter, special educator, or other professional while giving evidence. Above all, the Act stipulates that a case of child sexual abuse must be disposed of within 1 year from the date the offense is reported. Mandatory reporting. The Act also provides for mandatory reporting of sexual offenses. This casts a legal duty upon the person who has knowledge that a child has been sexually abused to report the offense. If he fails to do so, he may be punished with 6 months imprisonment and or a fine. Definitions. The Act defines a child as any person below 18 years of age. It defines different forms of sexual abuse, including penetrative and non-penetrative assault, as well as sexual harassment and pornography. It deems a sexual assault to be aggravated under certain circumstances, such as when the abused child is mentally ill or when the abuse is committed by a person in a position of trust or authority like a family member, police officer, teacher, or doctor.